Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I've almost used up the entire pan of the gel in this brow kit, so I thought now would be the perfect time to talk about it. Since this is also quite a short review, I thought I would show you guys how I do my brows on a day-to-day basis because it has been quite requested. I also didn't think my brow routine was long enough to make into an entire video, so I popped it in here. The product description says, create brows that are fuller, thicker and more defined. The pigmented wax defines and shapes brows, and the colour complementing setting powder keeps them looking arched and perfected. The double-sided Taklon brush has one side to help you arch your brows while the other side aids in filling them in. This duo provides lasting colour definition for a naturally beautiful look. This eyebrow kit comes in a plain black packaging which gets dirty really easily like the NARS packaging. There is a small mirror inside, a gel, a powder and a dual-sided brush. The fluffy end of the brush is meant to pick up the powder. I don't think that this is a very effective way of applying the powder to your brows at all, and I don't really like the powder. I really just use this palette for the gel. There is an angled brush side which I use to pick up the gel if I'm travelling, otherwise I use a longer handled brush. The gel is almost a waxy sort of texture and it does have some colour payoff. It's not as pigmented as the powder, but it works really well for my brows. For my regular brow routine, I start off with the Etude House Perfect Brow Kit and I take the darkest shade and an angled brush. I gently brush this through my brows. I'm really just filling out the colour. I am blessed with fuller brows, so I don't really need to draw on any extra brow bits. I really just fill them in. This does make this routine a little bit boring, and that's why I didn't want to make a full video on it. Having said that though, I do have to shape my brows a little bit more than other people because I have a scar right in the middle of my left brow. This means that I kind of have to shave off a bit of the arch on the other side because it doesn't match because my brow doesn't grow here on the left side. But that's an entirely different video on shaping your brows. Next, I use the e.l.f. brow kit and I'm using the gel side. I pick up some gel on a secondary angled brush. It's important to use two different brushes for these steps with the powder and the gel because if you mix them together it becomes really gummy and gross. And I just brush the gel through my brows. I focus on the middle and the tail section of my brow to make them nice and defined, and then I brush the excess through the head of the brow. This really helps set them in place and it gives them a little bit more texture. Lastly, when I can be bothered, I also use the Benefit Gimme Brow. This isn't a very necessary step for me, but it does help plump up the head of the brow. It also gels my brows down without making them feel or look crunchy, which is really nice for longevity. This is one of the steps that I do if I'm wanting my brows to last all day if I have a really long work day. And that is my brow routine. So I love that this brow kit is super cheap at $3 US. It's easy to use and it's really convenient since everything you need is in the packaging. I don't love that the powder is not my favourite. It's the wrong colour and the other colours didn't really suit me and it is quite powdery. I think it makes my brows look a little bit cakey and a little too fake for my liking. But for the gel, it is the perfect product to keep my brows looking tamed in seconds. I do wish that they made the gel separately since I don't really like the powder. I just feel like it doesn't look good on my brows, but the gel is something that I've used the majority of. I probably wouldn't purchase this product again just because I think it's a little bit wasteful for me to use only one half of the product and not really touch the other half, but in general it's a really good product. And if I was financially in a situation where I couldn't afford to buy something else for $3 US, I would definitely buy this again just for the gel. I would definitely recommend the e.l.f. eyebrow kit to any princesses who are looking for an extremely affordable eyebrow kit that contains everything in one small box. Thank you so much for watching this review and I'll see you next time.